Hey, this is Catherine, owner of Fendel Designs on Instagram. Today I'll be showing you how to make a simple sports edit in Photoshop. This is what the final product looks like. First, we're going to crop our image, which I've already done. Also, I've already put a skin on it. I'll put the skin in the description. After we skin, we have to mask. First, we're going to want to duplicate this background layer by pressing Command J. Then we're going to take the quick selection tool and trace around our whole player, or whatever we want to keep. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just real quick. And then we're going to zoom in and deselect all the parts that we don't want, and you can do that easily by clicking Option, and this gives it the minus instead of the plus, and so you can just easily take that away like that. And after we have a rough selection of our player, we can click this button right here. That creates a layer mask, and so you can take the bottom layer off, and you can see what parts you missed. You say, oh, okay, I cut that part out, and so I can just take the brush tool and brush it right back in. And if I go too much, I can switch the colors and take that right back out. I'm going to skip this so you don't have to watch me do it. After we're done masking, we're going to turn back on the background layer. Next, we're going to make the background black by going Layer, New Adjustment Layer, Hue Saturation, click OK, and turn the saturation down all the way to 0. Also, move the lightness bar down some, to wherever you like it so it makes the player stand out. Next, we're going to insert the circular texture. This will be in the description box below. I set the blend mode to multiply on this and the fill to 78%. I know it's very faint, but once we get the logo on there, you can see it a little bit more. I'd recommend trying to find a circular logo because it just flows with the whole design better because we got the circular texture in the background, and in a few minutes we're going to do a circular blur of the player. Once you insert your logo, I set it to soft light so you can still see through the logo while still seeing the background. But I don't want it black and white, so again we're going to go to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, and Black and White. Hit OK, and so this also becomes black and white. Next we're going to use the Gradient tool. We're going to select a color that matches. To make the gradient, we're going to drag your mouse from the top to bottom, holding it on the Shift key so it'll make a nice straight gradient. The bottom looks a little thick, so I'm going to change the fill to around 80%. Next, we're going to create a blur around the player. To do that, you're going to duplicate this layer, right-click on the layer mask, and choose Apply Layer Mask, so it's just the PNG, and you can go Filter, Blur, Radial Blur. And it doesn't do a preview, but it'll be there, so you just click OK. If it's too much, you can go back and adjust it. Finally, we're going to add our watermark. I would also recommend going through and adjusting the adjustment layers and making them darker or lighter depending on your preference, just to put the final touches on your piece. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed.